You have a patchy beard? I have 7 remedies to make it fuller. Bro, take us away. What's going on, world? This is your boy B, and welcome to another episode where the truth lives here. So let's go ahead and get into these 7 remedies right now. All right. So number 1, I'm going to look at grow it out, right? What do I mean by grow it out? Well, when you grow your beard out, the areas that are patchy, you can camouflage it by other, just by your beard just getting longer, and it can cover those particular areas where the eye, someone who's passing you, or they see you somewhere, or they see you riding in the car, or whatever the case may be, or even if you're on Instagram or any social media platform, they won't be able to pick up that you actually have a patchy beard because you're able to cover it with the hair that has grown out, so you can camouflage it that way. And a lot of guys have done that. They've been able to just take the hair that they've grown and kind of camouflage the patches so you couldn't tell if they are patchy or if they're not patchy. So that's one way to do it. The second way that you can do it is pencil it in. And these are fairly cheap. All right, this is fairly inexpensive. It doesn't cost you much to pencil in. You can go to Amazon and get you a pencil that you can draw in the patches. You know what I mean? You draw it in, you color it in. You remember art class? I know you do. Well, you can do it right now. Now, the only thing about it is that you will have to figure out where your patches are and make sure that it just looks right. You don't want to have one part that's just very, very low and you colored it in, and then the rest of the part is kind of full, is sticking out, and you just kind of look like something is off with his face. I can't put my finger on it, Roger, but something is going on. But this is a cheap, inexpensive way to give you the illusion that your beard is a lot fuller. All right. Now, they won't work for everybody. For example, if you have, let's say if your beard is not connecting in a certain area, you have a patch here in the corner, well, you can get a pencil, you can draw that, color it in, and nobody really wouldn't know the difference at all. So, you can do pencil it in, approach. Okay. Number 3, fade it in. Fade it in. You can fade your beard in, especially if you have areas here where it's patchy, areas right here by your jaw that's patchy. This is the thing, I get it, right? Guys, you get fixed on the outcome of what you want your beard to look like. You have these beard goals. I understand that, right? However, if there's an alternative where you can style your beard, you can actually give it a little bit more personality by going to your barber, or if you're handy with the clippers, you can go in and fade it in. That way you can blend in those particular patches and no one would know the difference, but it's like that kid, like, no, I want this. I know that's a good alternative, but I want this. I put my mind and everything on this. I told my friends I was going to get this. I don't want that. I understand. That's how it is. But you got to work with what you got. Okay. Number 4. Derma Roller. And I've talked about this in the context of hair loss. And there's studies that have proven that if you use a derma roller, it can help stimulate growth. And that's something that you can use on the areas that are patchy. Now, the caveat to that is that you have to trim your beard down, so that way if areas around your beard is a lot longer, they don't get tangled into the needles, if you will, of the derma roller, and then you'd be pulling beards out. It may be a painful experience, and you don't want that painful experience, but it is a cheaper option for you. $10, Amazon.com. It will take some time, so it's a lot of patience, being consistent, being persistent. So it's not gonna happen overnight, but with some work, you can get some results. Now let's go to number 5. Number 5, and I'm going from what is the least expensive to the most expensive, all right? So keep following me here. Hair fibers. In the last several years, hair fibers has been very popular, and this is just color keratin, right? So they give your beard the illusion that it's a lot fuller than it actually is, but it's an option for you that you can spray it on your beard, right? You can connect your line with it. You can give it it can make it look a lot darker than what your beard actually is. So there's a lot of things that you can do with the keratin, with the hair fibers, and it operates as an alternative. And again, it is, it's not that expensive, right? So again, we're going from least expensive to the most expensive, and hair fibers is not truly that much or that expensive out in the marketplace. So that's another alternative that you can use. 6, I put number 7. Yeah, I'm trying to get to heaven. But let's start with number 6. You can't skip the 6 and get to 7. All right, number 6, we're gonna go with MicroPigmentation. All right, MicroPigmentation. This is a cosmetic procedure. All right, this is a cosmetic procedure. It became very popular over in Europe. In the last several years, it has migrated over here to the United States. And this particular cosmetic procedure gives it can help your beard look a lot fuller. The downside to it is that you have to keep your beard a certain length. That's the only caveat. Depending on where the patches are on your beard, you have to keep it low so that way it'll have an even look. But the micropigmentation is more like it's like a tattoo, if you will, on the beard. And they just take these needles and they just begin to tattoo the area where your beard is, and nobody really would notice the difference. This is something that is popular for men who are trying to keep that hairline and they got some thinning going on and they want to maintain that look and fullness. Then you can do micropigmentation, and this lasts up to 8 years. So there's some good benefits with doing a micropigmentation. All right, so but again, it's going to be a little bit more costly than just growing it out and figuring and seeing if you can take that route. So micropigmentation is an option for you. Okay. Last but not least, I left the best for last. No, I'm just joking. No, this is left the most expensive for last. Okay. Number 7, you can go and get a beard. Wait a minute. Wait for this. Hold up. Transplant. A beard transplant. You can go get a beard transplant. Yes, you can. Now, this is going to be expensive. Everybody won't be able to go there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't going to be able to go. But it is an option for you where they pull follicles from somewhere from your scalp and they transplant those follicles into where you're in your beard area. And it's a surgery. So you're going to go in there. You might have to go under, there might be some paperwork you gotta sign, you gotta do a whole bunch of other things. And that may not be an option for everybody, but it is an option for some. And I've seen guys, especially on social media, where they've taken that route, where they can get that fullness, that look. The great thing about when you go with the beard transplant, you can actually grow your beard out because you're transplanting those follicles into those particular areas. And so you can actually grow your beard out for it to have a thicker look, if you will, and you can style it the way you want once it gets to that level that you hope it to get. But again, it comes at a cost. Okay, but it costs to be the boss. I know. Those are 7 remedies for you, from the least expensive to most expensive. You choose. There's many ways that you can get a full beard. You just choose which path is going to be right for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this particular episode. Leave your comments below on what topics you would like for me to cover when it comes to beards. Please watch our previous episode. Look out for our next episode. This is your boy B. As always, you already know, I'm out.